Okay, everyone. So in this chapter, I'm going to talk about something from a function itself, and that is called as lambda function. So how do we create a lambda function, and what kind of a things that we can do, what kind of a things we won't be able to do. Each and everything I'm going to discuss with respect to this lambda function chapter. So let's get started with the chapter, guys. So see, so far, so we have been writing a lot of functions, right? For example, I was writing like a add, and then a plus b, pass the data, and then finally it is going to return the data, and I can do anything with this data, as simple as that, right? So I'm trying to pass two parameter or two argument over here, and then I'm trying to do something with those two argument. This is what I have written over here, right? Now, so same thing can be written, same thing can be done. So if I'm going to call this one, so here I'm going to pass 4 comma 5, it is going to give me the output. Now same thing, exact same thing can be done even in a different way. So here I'm trying to create a function with its name called as add, right? So I can try to do the exact same thing by using maybe a different approach, and that different approach is basically called as a lambda approach, a lambda function, or you can say that a function without name, anonymous function, a lambda function. Yeah. So how do we create a lambda function? Let's try to understand that. So I'll try to replicate the same thing. So just try to call the like a keyword called as lambda, so that it will be able to understand that, okay, I'm trying to create a lambda function, and any function is going to take an input. So after writing a lambda, just try to give an input, that it is going to take input as a and b, and then give a colon, and then what this lambda is going to give you as an output. So what output you are looking for? So I'm looking for a plus b over here. Yeah. So now this function will become a lambda function, so which is trying to take two input, and this is something that it is going to give you back. So this is something that it is going to give you as a return. So this is a lambda function, guys, that you all will be able to find out. Now how we can use this function, by the way. Yeah. So maybe I can try to save this function into a variable c, and then here I can try to call c, just like any data that we try to save inside the variable. So I'm saving a function, and then I can try to pass 4 comma 5, and bingo, I'm able to get the result, right? So c is what? C is basically representing this lambda function. Lambda function is going to take. So this is how easy it is, guys. So wherever we have a small use cases, right? So I can go ahead with the small like a logic I have to write, or maybe like a small line of a code I have to write. So at that point of a time, we can go ahead with the lambda function. But yeah, it's not advisable to go ahead with the lambda function. So when you have a very complex logic, a huge number of line of a code that you are writing, in that way, maybe go ahead with this. And if you're not comfortable with the lambda function, then there is no need of going through a lambda function. It's completely fine. Go in this way, right? Go in this way. You will be able to achieve the exact same thing without any kind of a doubt. Okay, now, so I'm going to create a couple of lambda functions over here. So for example, if I have to create a lambda function, so which will take any data as an input, and then it is supposed to give me output as a square of that data. Yeah. So I'm going to create a variable called as square square, and then lambda. So it will take one input data. So whatever input that you are going to give, it is going to take it, and then it will return what? A square of it. Simple. So just try to call a square variable, pass your data 7, and then 49 I'm able to get. So input is basically this, and output is basically this one. So input is data and output is basically square of it. As simple as that. Okay. Now, so I have to basically create a lambda function, right? So I have to create a lambda function, which will be able to find out, which will take a input as a two data, two integer, let's suppose, and then it is going to do the comparison that which one is greater, right? Which one is greater, and it should give me the max. So let's try to create a max function or max variable over here, lambda, right? Lambda, it is going to take two input. Let's suppose a comma b it is going to take, and then it is going to give you output. So it will give you value a, right? Value a if, right? If a is greater than b, else what? Else b. Simple logic. Max. Now let's try to pass the data 5 comma 7. Now whichever is greater, it is going to give you that, right? So this is a simple lambda function taking an input of a and b, and then it is going to give you a if a is greater than b. So just like a plain English literature, I think you should read out this entire things. So it is going to give you a if a is greater than b, else it is going to give you b. So it is giving me this one. Simple, guys, right? Very simple. Okay. Now, so let me show you a couple of more example with respect to the lambda. Okay, so let's try to write one lambda function, so which will be able to find out that whether the number input number is even or odd. So let's go and create it, right? So even underscore odd is a variable I'm going to create, and then lambda keyword I'm going to use. So let's suppose if I'm going to enter some number, yeah, so I'm going to enter a number. Now it is going to give me a return, so it will tell me that it's even, right? Even if the number that you are going to enter percentile 2 is equal to 0, else what it will tell me, it will tell me odd. Simple, right? Just like a story, I have written this entire logic. So here I can try to call even odd, and then I can try to pass my data, and yeah, so this 45 is odd. Now I'm going to call like a even odd, and I'm going to pass a data, maybe a 24, and yes, it's basically even. So this is how easy this entire lambda function is, guys. It's very easy, right? Very easy. But yeah, so if you are not comfortable with the lambda operation, in that case it's completely fine. You can skip this part and you can try to write a function in this way. But yeah, so wherever we have a very small and simple logic, I think we should go ahead with the lambda. In rest of the cases, maybe you can try to go ahead with the regular function that we used to write. So with that, guys, thank you so much everyone, and take care. See you again in my next lecture.